Hey there YouTube lovers, my name is BB8 and today we are going to fix what is the Nintendo Switch UI. Even though the Nintendo Switch is a good console, despite Joy-Con drift and its terrible UI, we are going to fix the UI and make it a bit better. Well, let's get into it, shall we? Well, to start off with the video, we need to dive into one thing. An improvement with the lock screen is one thing I want to start with. And yes, if you notice at the top of the screen, that music is playing. Because I think some apps should actually have background activity, such as Spotify and Discord, for example. So here is the lock screen, and you'll get greeted by the who is using, which means you'll be asked which user is actually using before you enter the Switch. So if you have like a little brother or a little sister or something, and you don't want them to touch your Pokemon, you could set a passcode to your profile so they will only use theirs and not yours. And I think the whole passcode system could come in handy. Not an actual password where you have to enter your Nintendo account or anything, like a passcode on your smartphone, for example. And maybe if Nintendo do a bit of research, they could hide a fingerprint reader underneath the home button. So when you enter your passcode, you'll be greeted with this. I put a bit of effort into this, because don't forget I had to get the Switch UI font to match this. So here on the top left is your profile name and your email, but you can have the email hidden if you please. And of course, in the top middle, it has a song playing, and in the top right, you have your time, what you're connected to, your battery, and if you decide to connect like a pair of AirPods Pro or something, it will appear in the top right hand corner as well. And of course, if you noticed 4G, if they ever do it, I would like to see a 4G model come to be. So here's the rows, like the games, the apps. It could have news and other things as well. And if you're wondering why there's first, second, and third on Smash, Animal Crossing, and Fire Emblem Three Houses, is because the hours that you played them, for example, if you played like Smash Bros for 300, Animal Crossing for 250, and Fire Emblem for 210, you can put them in any order you like, and the game that you've played most will have a medal on it to symbolize that you have played that game the most. And for apps, you can have Discord or Spotify running in the background, but for others like Netflix, HBO Max, which is not available where I live, Disney Plus, YouTube, as well as Twitch. And if you're wondering where the user menu is, if you're on the home menu but don't have a game open, you could just click the home button and welcome user appears. This is just an example. So it appears with all games, Nintendo Switch Max. I'll get onto that later in the video. Your friends list, camera and album if they add a photo camera to the Switch, news, achievements, the shop, your media, and settings. So if you're curious about media again, an entire page where you have media downloaded from streaming services or your SD card. So if you want to watch a movie online, but you need the internet to get into like Disney Plus, HBO Max, Netflix, etc., all your media that you've downloaded would be right here. And the watermarks would be, for example, Raya and the Last Dragon would have Disney Plus, Mortal Kombat would have HBO Max, and The Mitchells vs. the Machines would have Netflix. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier would also have Disney Plus, but the only difference is it would actually tell you how many seasons you've downloaded. And in case you're curious about media, there is folders, so if you want to set your films to different categories, for example, the Marvel Cinematic Universe with 23 movies and 29 seasons, and in case you're curious about Pokemon, Detective Pikachu, and Sonic the Hedgehog, downloading movies from memory cards could actually be possible, like actually downloading media such as movies, music, episodes, etc. And when you go to the achievements page, you will see your friends like a leaderboard. So whoever has the most achievements earned that month will appear first, and your games will appear down below. In case you're curious why the thumbnail's different for Fire Emblem Three Houses, is because depending on the route that you took in Fire Emblem Three Houses, for example, the Black Eagles, the thumbnail would be red with Edelgard on it. And if you open a game, it will appear with the title of the game, the percentage of achievements you earned, the friends leaderboard, and the names of achievements. For example, Reach for My Hand, meaning that you have chose the Black Eagles path in the game. I haven't played Fire Emblem Three Houses myself, so technically this is like a spoiler to me. And you're probably curious, what would these achievements even do? Well, the achievements would appear when you've done a certain thing in game. For example, a heads-up notification will appear. For example, when you've unlocked Pichu in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, an achievement will be unlocked called Pichu, use Vault Tackle, and you would have unlocked a user icon for Pichu and a theme as well. And if you guys are curious about themes, yes, I'm talking about themes. So for themes, you could either buy them or unlock them through achievements. So for example, Joker, Persona 5 The Royal, would retail for $1 or £1 since I'm in the UK. So the theme will appear as what the theme is called and what game it's based on. For example, Diva is the name of the theme and Overwatch is the game it's based on, so this would be the themes. And Nintendo Switch Max, like I mentioned earlier, would end up being a rebrand of Nintendo Switch Online. So, but the only changes though are NES and SNES have been renamed to retro titles and added N64, GameCube, as well as Game Boy / Game Boy Advance. Save Data Cloud would be retitled to Nintendo Switch Cloud, and of course exclusive offers would still be there. And the expiry date for your subscription would appear at the bottom. So for example, if you subscribe to Nintendo Switch Max on the 3rd of September 2021 and you bought the year plan, it would expire in 2022. And another change as well is Tetris 99 and Pac-Man 99 would go into Arcade 99, which would turn Space Invaders, Galaga, Dig Dug and Donkey Kong, giving it the 99 treatment. And add services like Super Mario Maker Hub, Animal Crossing Storage Room, and Super Smash Bros. Vault, where you're able to transfer content cross-installment. So for example, with Super Mario Maker Hub, all the levels from Super Mario Maker 2 would go into a cloud. And when Super Mario Maker 3 released, all the levels from that game would go into the cloud as well. So for anyone who owns Nintendo Switch Max can literally just play Mario Maker. But if you don't own Mario Maker 2, you can still use this anyway. But Animal Crossing Storage Room is just where you can put all your furniture and stuff. Transfer it to Animal Crossing 6, and Super Smash Bros. Vault is where you store your spirits, your music tracks, and DLC fighters to transfer to Smash 6. And Pokemon Home would no longer be its own standalone subscription service and would be included with Nintendo Switch Max with no extra charge. For the news page, this time it won't be recent to least recent, because this news page would have featured and then articles dedicated to each game as you go down. So here there's like featured The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which no longer gets news, but still, I only did this for reference. So for example, the featured would have games that are on sale, free-to-play games, and what announcement is trending. For example, as of late, Game Builder Garage, which kind of looks amazing though, but it's like 30 quid. It's like 30 quid, so I probably might get that game later on. And here we are, the shop. So for the shop, it will no longer be called the Nintendo eShop, but will be rebranded to just Shop. Just to be a bit simple here, and here we have all games and apps, which appears with top paid, top free, coming soon, deals, as well as categories, as well as apps like media apps, as well as YouTube and stuff like that. Hardware, Amiibo, Switch Lab, and Nintendo Switch Max. So when you click on a game, it will appear with the title, the background theme of that game, and the characters that go along with it. So when you click on Super Mario Odyssey, for example, it will appear with this. And if you scroll down, it will show the watch trailer button, as well as the buy game button, as well as the reviews, your friends who own the game, a description, as well as some images from the game. So more examples of this, like Pokemon Classics Ruby version. I know this game doesn't exist, but if they were to port older Pokemon games to the Switch, this is probably how it would turn out. So scroll down, it'll show the watch trailer button, the description, the images, as well as the release date, the age rating, the controllers it supports, and as well as the languages. So how would this work for multiple Pokemon games though? So imagine if they remastered X and Y, and it appeared on the eShop, well, the Nintendo Switch shop, if they renamed it. So take a Pokemon Y, for example, it would appear with Yveltal, as well as the Kalos starters, but the difference is for X is it would show Pokemon X, but the Kalos starters are in the same place, but Xerneas is there, not Yveltal. So for the hardware section, I got inspiration from the Microsoft store to add this before anyone asks. So, it would show the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch Lite, the Nintendo Switch Pro, as well as controllers. So, the new and pre-order stickers on any product means that you can pre-order that product from the store. So, for example, the Nintendo Switch Pro has the pre-order sticker on it, so which means you can pre-order that item. And there's a new means it's a new product. For example, the Legend of Zelda themed Joy-Cons and Animal Crossing New Horizons Edition Nintendo Switch won't have that sticker on at all, because the product has been out for quite a while. For Amiibo, it would be similar to hardware, but appears with series. So, for example, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Super Mario, The Legend of Zelda, Splatoon 3, which has a pre-order sticker on it since the game hasn't been released yet, and you can scroll along for more. And below will feature popular ones and ones that haven't been released yet as well. So, for example, a dual pack for Pyra and Mithra, female Byleth, a 4-pack for Hero, as well as a 3-pack of Super Mario 3D World, including Cat Luigi, Cat Toad, and Cat Rosalina. And for Nintendo Switch Lab, this is an idea I've had for a long time. So, in case you're curious on what this is literally similar to Xbox Design Lab, but with more variety though. Like Xbox Design Lab, you can only customize controllers, but Nintendo Switch Lab letting you do consoles as well as controllers. So you've got Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch Lite, Nintendo Switch Pro, as well as controllers, similar to the hardware section. So step 1 is choose your product. When you choose your product, you go to step 2, which you can choose your color for the console, the buttons, etc. And when you've done step 2, you go to step 3, choose a game, step 4, accessories, step 5, Amiibo, which is optional, and as well, step 6, you have to fill in like your shipping address and stuff. So, your custom Nintendo Switch will get shipped to you. And sadly, to end the video, no changes have been made to album other than the camera or system settings other than heads-up notifications. In case you're wondering what heads-up notifications are, meaning that you will receive heads-up notifications from different apps in-game. So, for example, here, if you're playing Fire Emblem Three Houses, the system will let you know if you have any Discord messages, or when your favorite streamer is live, a notification will immediately be sent. So, for example, if you get a Discord message from a friend on Discord or something, you can press X to reply. And you can do Discord calls in this new UI as well. But as long as you have some sort of microphone plugged in, you can do so. And before the video comes to a close, I do have some examples I'd like to show you. And those are the heads-up notification animations I edited myself. It doesn't have to be that specific color if you don't want it to. You can have it blue, green, purple, red. You can have it all sorts of colors. So guys, what did you think of my fixing the Nintendo Switch UI video? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn notifications on so you don't miss more of my videos. And don't forget to check out my streams every Saturday for more content like this. And the UI I did today isn't really the best, but it's just some ideas for how the UI can be fixed. So I'll see you all in a future video. BB8 out.